Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about Spider-Man Brand New Day. This is going to be a no spoiler review, so if you haven't watched it, it's you can hear what I think about it. I will say this is one of my favorite Spider-Man movies of all time. I think it came out in a very particular point in my life, as in today, I think I saw it yesterday, as in yesterday. I literally, earlier in the day, I recorded my anniversary video, wishing to be more like myself, and parts of a lot of like.
Hey, where you going?
Thank you, Flower. Thank you, Flower. Parts of the one of the themes is essentially being yourself, not hiding behind the mask, to put it frank.
Sorry to break it.
Speaking of me, he is in the movie too, but yeah, just like that being one of the themes, and it being such a big point and part of it. I just like it immediately resonated with me. I didn't plan on making a non-spoiler review, or a review in general, but I just needed to talk about it and get my thoughts out of there. The shots that are in the movie are nothing like I've seen in a previous Spider-Man movie. I have to rewatch Spider-Man 2 just to see if people are correctly saying it is better than Brand New Day. I think a lot of it can be just nostalgia. I don't like nostalgia because it does impact objectiveness. But then again, I'll admit recency bias also plays a factor. But at the end of the day, this is either top 1 or top 2 Spider-Man movies of all time. I'm putting this above the Spider-Verse movies. Best Tom Holland. I think it's better than both Garfields. Definitely better than 3, maybe better than 1, maybe better than 2. I'm saying it is. I'm saying it is asterisk until I have to watch the first 2. But the characters, you get so much Peter. That Peter is done amazingly. The Spider-Man also done amazingly. Everything you'd like about certain, like, people used to say, I think Toby was the best Peter, and then Andrew was the best Spider-Man. That or the other way around. And Toby and then Tom would be like the middle child of the two. But in this specific movie, you have a great Peter Parker, you have a great Spider-Man. I'm not gonna say much about the conflict because obviously that would be spoilers. But it is one of the best conflicts. There's so much conflicts. The characters are great. Every character does their role, does their job. You have Spider-Man banter with the criminals. You have Peter being awkward and weird and being nerdy. It's so good. The main matches of the movie, it really does like make you feel like it, like, especially when it comes to like my interpretation of the character. I think like it really does feel like anyone can be like one of the biggest things about a Spider-Man, about being Spider-Man, is that anyone can be behind the mask. That's one of the things from Into the Spider-Verse that they talked about. And
how exactly do you think this
I guess that's like just seeing how Peter interacts with his old friends.
On to the next one.
It reminds me so much of me interacting with my friends, and then when Spider-Man comes into contact with them, we saw that in the trailer, so it's not a spoiler, but when Spider-Man comes into contact with them, he isn't necessarily, he obviously he puts on a mask, but he's a different persona of Peter Parker. And I think that's what I've been doing with my content creation. Like, obviously, bits of me does leak out, or like parts of me does, like, you know, like when I get excited, when I make the jokes.
There we go.
I think it was like a lot of it was like an excuse for me to like really just like not talk about what I like and how I come off as people. But people want to know me.
You're so cute.
People want to know me. People want to know me, and I want people to know me. That sounds like the same sentence, but like, I want to share my being with other people. Hopefully, like, resonates with people. Hopefully, it makes them not want to be me and be a better person in general. I couldn't really like, can't talk about like the music, but other than the like, it's there. In terms of like my favorite character that was revealed in trailers, I mean, Peter's character arc in that movie really just resonated with me so much. So much about what he goes through is what I've been going through. Obviously not as bad. Come on, like he lost all of his friends, and then he watched them online for like who knows how long. I know how long, but you don't know, because that'd be spoilers.
Don't let him near the console.
The Punisher also in the movie. I wasn't entirely sure how well or well not he do. He did amazing. It's like stole the show, but also other characters also stole the show.
Before everything's gone.
You really couldn't ask for a better
Just how
movie.
good their security is.
I'd want to see
You guys forgot the
what
latest
people
Colonel
dock
patch.
points from, because like it's like everything you want from Spider-Man. Like, you want Peter to be miserable, he's miserable. You want him to have hype moments and aura, you have hype moments and aura. Like, I'm putting this
That's
above
part of my charm, isn't it?
No Way Home, because the emotional beats hit harder than the emotional beats in No Way Home, and the hyper moments in Aura hits harder than No Way Home. Asterisk. I guess it depends if your favorite Spider-Man of the movie trio is either Tom Holland or is either Tobey or Andrew. I guess the hyper moments in No Way Home would be better. But I'm not necessarily. I'm not dying to see them. I'm not dying to see Tobey and Andrew. I just want to, like, I came for a Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, so that's what I expect. That's what I want. That's what I want the action to come from Tom Holland Spider-Man, and that's what we got. That's so good.
I'll make sure no one gets in the way.
What else is there to talk about? I know the video I have is 25 minutes long. I don't know how long I plan to be talking. Hopefully it would be like 15-ish. Let me pause. In terms of like, oh, what movies do you need to watch before this to understand everything? You really only need to watch the previous Spider-Man movies. There was a Wonder Man cameo that was expected, or that was like leaked or rumored, but it turns out that it was not shown, and I think that's a very good thing. Not the fact that the season 2 got canceled. I've been watching. I think I watched like the first 4 episodes of Wonder Man, and I plan on finishing it, because Wonder Man, from the first 4 episodes, is a very good slice of life show about an up and coming actor that I think, if it was not a Marvel show, I think would do a lot better. If the demographic was like the average person looking to see if it was like a Netflix original show or something, I think it'd be like do really well. But the fact that it's so weird for it to be Marvel, because the superhero aspect of Wonder Man takes away from what makes it good, which is a slice of life. I get like a similar vibe from Amphibia, where so much of it was, I guess, slight Amphibia spoilers in my Spider-Man No Way Brand New Day review. Like, so much of Amphibia was about character interaction and just fun stuff going around. And then probably like one of the seasons for the 90s when I forget the main character's name, but they get their power up, and that kind of just like, okay, I see like the reference. I see like what they were going for, hyper moments and aura, but it just kind of like took me out of the whole thing going on. But like that's not like that's not a critique. I just like. It's like no, it's not, I don't not like the thing for I'm completely tolerant of what happened in Amphibia regarding the super power ups. That's like fun. That's like okay, I appreciate a good anime reference. But for Wonder Man, I guess it depends on how well they how well they pace the superhero transformation. My thing is like the show is so good at being slice of life that the moment they take away from being slice of life and now the script says we have to talk about the superpowers of him, I feel like okay, buddy, that's not why I'm watching. Even though it is why I'm watching, that's not why I came to watch superheroes, but actually they sold me on character acting. Yeah. I guess back to Brand New Day. I've never really been one to like necessarily rewatch movies, because like once I've seen it, I've seen it, right? Occasionally, like I guess, like if go down memory lane, or to like a binge. If like I remember watching I watched every Sonic movie in theaters. I remember leading up to Sonic 3. Yeah, Sonic 3. I watched both of the previous Sonic movies just in anticipation to build hype, to remember some certain aspects. But like normally, like once I watch a movie once, I don't really watch it again. But this is a movie that if I get the chance to rewatch it, I'm not rewatching it for the action. I'm rewatching it for the message, just to remind myself of how good it is. It's so good. Like I can't necessarily talk about the message for Spider-Man 2 because I don't quite remember it.
Like some of your guys
so which is why I do have to watch it.
Good news is they were Willie's last line of defense. I'm right
but
his office.
It is
Take him down now.
like I've seen Spider-Man 2. I've seen all of Spider-Man movies. It's just been a long time. What else? I was so into like the emotional beats of the movie. Like they'd show previous scenes of the previous movies doing it, and it just hits so hard.
Don't forget the
it's just like,
Spider and Man.
damn, yeah, we really were there 10 years ago, watching Homecoming, and now it's a brand new day. Get it? Haha. But yeah, I think that's basically a lot of the summarization of it. I can't really, it's a non-spoiler review. I can't really like delve too deep into like the plot stuff. But if you haven't seen it, and if you like Spider-Man, if you know enough about the other Spider-Man movies, it's 100% worth the watch.
Oh, for me?
I guess it'd be better if you actually completely watched the other movies. I mean, this is like the fourth movie in the chronological order, so I mean, yeah. But you really don't need to watch any other Marvel show, any Disney Plus exclusive show, which I think that makes this movie so much
How
better.
is this happening?
Like most of other Marvel movies.
We'll destroy
I guess
you.
Shang-Chi also falls in that category where you don't need to watch anything else. It's just a very good standalone movie, which it's like, I think the most important thing is, like, obviously if what's a character that's like built up a lot. I mean, I guess like Bruce Banner is in the movie. I'm not gonna talk about much about that then. Like, think about like Iron Man in in Homecoming, where we have a lot of Iron Man lore built up in previous movies, and like the Avengers and his 3 movies, and Civil War, and yeah. So like in those movies, so obviously when we see Iron Man in Homecoming, that's a character that's been built up over the years that would, like, the audience is technically expected to already know, whereas in the new Spider-Man movie there's no long-term character that's been built up for years. I guess maybe the Punisher if you've watched his other shows, but other than that, like, every character introduced in Spider-Man movies are there, and there's like rarely any characters that you need to know from based off a show. Yeah. Okay, that's about it. Amazing movie. If I get the opportunity to see it again, I will watch it again to remember it. Yeah, it's a brand new day for the channel. Bye bye, happy birthday, and good luck watching the seats. Also, yeah, the movie theater I watched it in was insanely packed. There's a side of the parking lot I did not even know existed, and when I was looking for parking, I didn't even register that I was looking at a parking lot. I've gone to this theater multiple times throughout my life, and I've always entered it from like the front parking lot, and then when my friends would like discuss the movie outside waiting for people to use the bathroom, I'd look outside like some glass doors at a window and just see, like, just take in the scenery. But I never realized that the scenery was a parking lot, because I've never seen multiple cars there until today. Like, I didn't know this entire time that was a parking lot. It just completely missed my mind. But yeah, an insane movie, insane shots. Some of my favorite shots in any Spider-Man movie, like shots that would only make sense in a Spider-Man movie, was chosen to help portray the dynamicness of Peter Parker, Spider-Man. Yeah. Unfortunately, I would say the post-credit scene is kind of underwhelming if you don't necessarily care about anything. Like, if you were hoping for Spider-Man, if you were hoping for like even like just like a scene of anything, it's not even a scene. It's just like an extra, I guess, like an Easter egg. I think, I don't know. It's like it's mainly for the comic nerds, which is whatever. When I go into an MCU movie, I don't like having the comics as, I don't like implied knowledge from comics, because like the average person is not gonna read a comic or know what happens in a comic. I'm dragging this anymore. Anyway, watch the movie, have a happy birthday, and don't let the bed spiders bite. Bye bye.